The energy in downtown Los Angeles was electric as the sun dipped behind skyscrapers, painting the sky in shades of gold and purple. Outside the historic Wiltern Theater, a line of fans stretched around the block, buzzing with anticipation for Snoop Dogg's sold-out show. Backstage, Snoop moved through his ritual, greeting old friends, double-checking the set list, and feeling the familiar thrill of another night in front of a crowd that knew his every lyric. No one, not even Snoop himself, suspected this would become the most unforgettable night of his career. Hours before the curtain rose, rumors were already circulating, whispers that someone special might be in the building. The crew exchanged knowing glances, and a few industry insiders were spotted in the wings. But Snoop brushed it off. He'd seen his share of surprise guests over the years, but tonight felt different. There was a buzz backstage, a charge in the air that hinted at the unexpected. The house lights finally dimmed, and the crowd erupted as Snoop took the stage, his charisma filling the venue. He launched into classics, each beat and rhyme drawing the audience deeper into his world. Every verse carried the weight of decades, every hook a reminder of why he'd become a legend. Yet, even as he performed, something told him tonight wasn't going to be like any other show. Halfway through the set, Snoop paused to address the crowd, thanking his fans for their loyalty and sharing a few stories from his early days. As he spoke, a commotion backstage caught his eye, a flurry of movement that even the most seasoned security guards couldn't mask. Snoop grinned, suspecting an industry prank or maybe a tribute from an old friend, but he kept his cool and let the music flow. Suddenly the lights shifted, and a familiar silhouette appeared at the edge of the stage. For a split second, the crowd was silent, caught between disbelief and excitement. Then, as the figure stepped into the spotlight, the venue exploded with screams. Will Smith, Hollywood superstar and hip-hop icon, had just walked onto Snoop's stage, unannounced, unscripted, and ready to shake things up. Snoop's jaw dropped, and he broke into a laugh that was equal parts shock and pure joy. Will, wearing his signature smile, strode over and gave Snoop a massive hug. The two legends stood center stage, arms around each other, soaking in the crowd's roar. It was a moment that felt both spontaneous and historic, a collision of eras, styles, and energies. If you were in the audience that night, what would you have done? Drop a comment and let us know. Will took the mic, greeting the crowd with his classic charm and a few quick bars that paid homage to Snoop. The energy in the room reached a fever pitch as the two icons riffed off each other, trading jokes and memories. The chemistry was electric. Two masters of their craft, united by mutual respect and a love for the culture that had given them everything. Fans in the balcony and front row alike captured every second on their phones, broadcasting the moment live to millions. Social media exploded with posts, memes, and clips, turning the surprise into an instant global event. Snoop, still reeling, joked, "Man, I didn't even know you knew where to find me." Will just laughed, promising even bigger surprises before the night was done. For the next hour, Snoop and Will turned the concert into a celebration, inviting the crowd to join in every chorus. The theater shook with laughter, applause, and music, creating memories that would live forever. If this story already has you hooked, don't forget to subscribe for more behind-the-scenes moments and epic surprises. As the show continued, fans knew they were witnessing something rare and beautiful. A night when two legends collided and left the world speechless. Backstage, the mood was just as electric as out front. Snoop and Will disappeared into a private green room, followed by their teams and a few lucky guests. The excitement was contagious, with everyone buzzing about what had just happened on stage. Snoop couldn't stop laughing, shaking his head in disbelief, while Will kept the jokes coming, lighting up the room with his infectious energy. The two icons settled into a deep conversation about the state of hip-hop, fame, and family. Will talked about his journey from Philly to Hollywood, and Snoop shared stories of Long Beach and the road to global superstardom. Despite their differences in style and background, the men found common ground in their love for storytelling and using their platforms for good. Snoop's crew watched in awe as the two traded stories and advice, realizing they were witnessing a meeting of minds that transcended music. Will talked about the pressures of being a public figure, the importance of mental health, and how fatherhood had changed him. Snoop nodded, sharing his own lessons learned from decades in the spotlight. As news of the backstage meeting spread, fans online began speculating about a possible collaboration. Some imagined a remix, others hoped for a movie, and many just celebrated the joy of seeing their heroes connect. The energy from the show had spilled into the digital world, creating a tidal wave of excitement and unity. Snoop's manager stepped in, proposing a quick Instagram Live to give fans a taste of the magic happening off stage. Snoop and Will went live, fielding questions from around the world and cracking each other up with impressions and freestyles. The comment section filled with hearts, fire emojis, and calls for more collaborations. If you would love to see Snoop and Will team up again, hit the like button and let us know what kind of project you'd want to see. The live session went viral within minutes, cementing the night as a cultural milestone. For Snoop, the experience was more than just a career highlight. It was a reminder of the unexpected gifts that come when you stay open to new possibilities. As the night wore on, Snoop and Will promised to keep in touch and look for ways to work together. They exchanged numbers, took photos, and ended the evening with one last toast to hip-hop, friendship, and the power of surprise. The green room slowly emptied, but the memory of the night lingered. Snoop found himself reflecting on how moments like this could inspire millions. If this story made you smile, drop a comment about the most unexpected surprise you've ever experienced. With fans still buzzing and social media ablaze, it was clear something special had happened, and the world would be talking about it for years to come. The following morning, headlines across the country recapped the surprise of the year. News anchors replayed the moment Will stepped on stage, dissecting every detail, while radio hosts debated whether this was the start of a new trend in hip-hop. For Snoop and Will, though, the night was about more than just headlines. It was a personal milestone, a celebration of their journeys and everything they'd overcome. Snoop woke up to a phone filled with congratulatory messages from friends, fans, and collaborators. His kids teased him at breakfast, still in awe that Uncle Will had crashed their dad's show. Snoop grinned, feeling both humbled and energized. He knew that sharing these moments with family made them even more special. Will's family, too, watched the performance online, sending him supportive messages and memes. His wife, Jada, joked about his dance moves, while his son, Jaden, posted a tribute on social media. The Smiths and the Broaduses exchanged texts, laughing over behind-the-scenes stories that fans could only imagine. In the days that followed, both stars used their platforms to encourage fans to celebrate community and creativity. Will posted a video reflecting on the night, calling it a reminder that magic happens when you least expect it. Snoop echoed the sentiment, urging followers to stay open to surprises and to always show up for their people. If you agree, drop a comment about a time when life surprised you in the best way. Fans organized their own celebrations online, with watch parties, dance challenges, and mashup videos paying tribute to both icons. The viral energy brought together people from all walks of life, united by their love for music and the power of unexpected connection. Snoop's management received dozens of collaboration requests, from TV producers to record labels, hoping to capture the lightning in a bottle that was that night. Will fielded similar offers, but both men agreed that any project would have to come from a place of authenticity and mutual respect. The conversation around the event sparked deeper discussions about the importance of community, representation, and using one's platform for good. Snoop and Will each took time to highlight the young artists and fans who looked up to them, encouraging everyone to pursue their dreams without fear. Behind the scenes, plans began to take shape. Snoop and Will's teams brainstormed ways to keep the momentum going, exploring possibilities for music, film, or charity work. Fans were invited to weigh in, leaving suggestions and sharing their excitement. If you've got an idea for the ultimate Snoop and Will project, let us know in the comments and be part of the creative process. The story was far from over. For Snoop, the night became a touchstone, a reminder that greatness isn't just about solo achievements, but about lifting others up and creating moments that bring people together. In the weeks after the show, the memory of Will's surprise appearance continued to ripple outward. Late-night hosts featured clips of the onstage hug, comedians tried their hand at Snoop and Will impressions, and countless fans made the night a trending topic. Snoop embraced the attention, using interviews to reflect on the power of collaboration and the importance of staying humble. Will found himself fielding questions about the event everywhere he went, from red carpets to neighborhood grocery stores. He spoke candidly about his admiration for Snoop, sharing stories of how they'd first met and the mutual respect that had grown over the years. Their public friendship became a symbol of unity, showing that artists from different backgrounds and generations could come together in celebration. Snoop's fan base grew even more diverse, with young and old hip-hop heads and movie buffs alike, all eager to see what would come next. The influx of new followers energized Snoop to keep pushing boundaries, blending music, storytelling, and humor in everything he did. If you've just discovered Snoop because of this story, hit subscribe and join a family that celebrates creativity and community. Behind closed doors, Snoop and Will began exchanging ideas. They met up for lunches in LA, brainstorming ways to channel the momentum from the show into something meaningful. Their conversations were full of laughter, big dreams, and a shared desire to give back to the communities that raised them. The possibility of a joint project, whether an album, a film, or a community initiative, excited both stars. They agreed that whatever they did, it had to inspire others, bring people together, and honor the legacies of those who came before them. Fan art, memes, and remixes flooded the internet, each piece adding to the legend of the night. Yanamane, creators were especially inspired, many crediting the event with giving them the courage to chase their own dreams. If this story has motivated you to try something new, comment below and tell us what you're working on. We want to support your journey. Local community centers invited Snoop and Will to host workshops, teach classes, and mentor aspiring artists. Both men accepted, eager to connect with the next generation and share the lessons they'd learned. The sense of purpose that came from giving back was just as rewarding as any award or chart-topping single. As the story continued to spread, Snoop and Will found themselves at the heart of a movement, a celebration of music, friendship, and the unexpected moments that remind us why we fall in love with art in the first place. Months later, the impact of that night was still being felt. Snoop and Will's teams worked quietly behind the scenes, turning brainstorms into real plans. They filmed short videos together, some serious, some hilarious, teasing fans and dropping hints about what was to come. Each new post reignited excitement as millions waited to see what magic the duo would create next. Snoop, never one to shy away from a challenge, invited Will to join him in the studio. The two experimented with beats, lyrics, and melodies, blending their styles in ways no one had seen before. The sessions were full of surprises, with guest appearances from other hip-hop and film legends, all eager to be part of something special. Will brought his signature storytelling and comedic timing to the process, pushing Snoop to try new things and step outside his comfort zone. Their collaboration was built on mutual respect and a willingness to take risks, qualities that had defined both their careers. Word of the studio sessions leaked to the press, and speculation ran wild. Would there be an album, a documentary, a live tour? Snoop and Will kept fans guessing, dropping cryptic clues and encouraging everyone to get involved. If you're rooting for this project, subscribe and join the countdown to the big reveal. Meanwhile, the two stars used their newfound partnership to spotlight important causes. They hosted charity events, raised money for local schools, and launched initiatives to support aspiring artists. Every success was shared, every milestone celebrated with fans around the world. The anticipation built to a fever pitch. Social media was ablaze with theories and hopes for what would come next. Fan forums became hubs for creative ideas, uniting people who might never have met otherwise. If this story has brought you joy or inspired you, leave a comment and help us build an even bigger community of dreamers. Snoop and Will's friendship became a model for collaboration in the entertainment industry, reminding everyone that the best surprises happen when you least expect them, and that magic is made by working together. As the next chapter of their journey approached, the world watched with bated breath, ready to witness another unforgettable moment. The day of the big announcement finally arrived. Snoop and Will hosted a live-streamed event, inviting fans from around the globe to tune in. The broadcast was a mix of music, comedy, and heartfelt conversation, capturing the spirit of their unique partnership. During the stream, they revealed their joint project, a multimedia experience blending music, film, and interactive content designed to uplift, educate, and entertain. The project, called Surprise Yourself, aimed to inspire people everywhere to embrace the unexpected and reach for their dreams. Fans responded with overwhelming enthusiasm, flooding the chat with messages of love and support. The announcement trended worldwide, proving that the world was hungry for stories of unity, creativity, and hope. If you're excited for surprise yourself, smash that subscribe button and let us know what you hope to see in the comments. Snoop and Will took questions live, sharing behind-the-scenes stories and encouraging viewers to stay curious and keep growing. They spoke about the importance of collaboration, the lessons they'd learned, and the ways art had shaped their lives. As the stream ended, the two stars reminded everyone watching that the best moments in life are often the ones we don't see coming. They urged fans to take risks, support one another, and always make room for joy. The announcement marked the beginning of a new era, not just for Snoop and Will, but for everyone inspired by their journey. It was a celebration of possibility, proof that when we open ourselves to surprise, we invite greatness into our lives. If this message resonates with you, drop a comment about a time when an unexpected event changed your life for the better. With the world now watching, Snoop and Will prepared to take their project on the road, promising more surprises, more music, and more reasons to come together. Tour dates for Surprise Yourself were announced within days, sending fans into a frenzy. Cities across the US, and soon the world, lined up to host the two icons. Each show promised a blend of music, storytelling, comedy, and special guests, making every stop a one-of-a-kind experience. The first show sold out in minutes. Fans camped overnight for tickets, eager to be part of history. News outlets covered the phenomenon, dubbing it the event of the decade. Snoop and Will were ready to deliver on their promise of unforgettable moments. Backstage, the energy was even higher than before. Snoop and Will rehearsed skits, planned surprise cameos, and fine-tuned every detail. The creative process was full of laughter and learning, each star pushing the other to reach new heights. At the inaugural show, fans packed the arena, not knowing what to expect. The night was a whirlwind of music and emotion, hits from Snoop's catalog, freestyles from Will, and stories that made the crowd both laugh and cry. Special guests dropped in, including some of hip-hop's biggest names. Social media exploded with highlights. Clips of Snoop and Will dancing, sharing jokes, and surprising fans went viral overnight. The hashtag #YouSureSurpriseYourself became a rallying cry, inspiring people to share their own stories of unexpected joy. If you're part of the movement, subscribe and comment with your favorite moment so far. The tour was more than entertainment. It was a cultural moment, bringing together people from every walk of life. Snoop and Will's message was clear. Keep your heart open to surprise, and you'll find magic in the everyday. As the curtain fell on the first night, Snoop and Will hugged, grateful for the journey and the community they'd built. The adventure was just beginning, and the world was along for the ride. As the Surprise Yourself tour made its way across America, it left a trail of unforgettable memories. Fans of all ages, backgrounds, and dreams came together, drawn by the promise of joy and the spirit of unity that Snoop and Will embodied. Each show was unique, shaped by the energy of the city and the people in the audience. No two nights were alike. There were spontaneous dance-offs, unscripted moments of vulnerability, and always a surprise guest waiting in the wings. The sense of community was palpable, a reminder that we are all connected by music and shared experience. Snoop and Will made it a point to spotlight local talent in every city, inviting up-and-coming artists to perform alongside them. They hosted workshops for young musicians and actors, offering guidance, encouragement, and opportunities to shine. If you're chasing a dream, let us know in the comments. We believe in your story. The media documented every step of the tour, calling it a masterclass in collaboration and creativity. Critics praised the authenticity and warmth that Snoop and Will brought to the stage. Fans shared their experiences online, writing about new friendships, unexpected moments, and a renewed belief in possibility. Backstage, the camaraderie deepened. Snoop and Will supported each other through late nights, travel hiccups, and the inevitable pressures of performing at such a high level. Their friendship, tested and strengthened by the journey, became the heart of the tour. The final night of the U.S. leg ended in Los Angeles, where it all began. The Wiltern Theater was packed once more, the energy in the room electric. As Snoop and Will took their final bows, they thanked everyone, on stage and off, for making the adventure possible. If you followed the journey, thank you for being part of something bigger than any single show. Subscribe for the next chapter and share in the comments what the Surprise Yourself movement has meant to you. The story of Will Smith crashing Snoop Dogg's show began as a surprise, but became a testament to what's possible when legends unite, dreams are shared, and communities come together. In the months that followed, the legacy of that unforgettable night continued to inspire. Snoop and Will's collaboration sparked new projects, new friendships, and new dreams. Fans around the world found courage to embrace the unexpected, support each other, and celebrate life's surprises. Big and small. Community centers reported record attendance at workshops and open mic nights inspired by the tour. Young artists credited Snoop and Will with giving them the confidence to step into the spotlight. Social media remained abuzz with stories, art, and music born from a single night of unity. Both stars used their platforms to keep the spirit alive. Snoop launched a scholarship for young musicians. Will hosted a video series interviewing dreamers and changemakers from every walk of life. Together, they encouraged everyone to be bold, to stay curious, and to keep making magic, no matter where the journey leads. If you've been inspired by this story, let us know how it's changed your perspective or motivated you to take action. Drop your story in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more moments that remind us all. Life is full of surprises. And as the world moves forward, Snoop and Will's legacy endures. A beacon of hope, joy, and connection in an ever-changing world. The show may be over, but the spirit of surprise lives on in every dreamer willing to step into the unknown. If you're ready for more, stay with us, because the next story is just a heartbeat away.